I meant to say
drunk driving.
Drunk driving. I said car accident. I meant driving accident. Okay. Did you know, according to stats, around about 29 people die every day due to a crash involving a drunk driver? Drunk driving is too dangerous to be done this often. But why do people do it? It's because, one, they get caught and they get off the leash too easily. Second, they know family members or friends that have done it and haven't been caught. C, because they aren't well educated on the topic. So one thing that needs to be done is the government needs to put more strict laws on drunk driving and a bigger punishment on people who are caught drunk driving. And B, they need to start giving lessons and getting younger people more informed about drunk driving, since they learn better when they're young. So let's look at Exhibit A. In Exhibit A, it shows that 29 people die every day due to an accident involving a drunk driver. But it also shows that every 2 minutes, an accident happens that involves a drunk driver. Another stat that it shows is 28% of all car accidents involve a drunk driver. The third stat says 2 in every 3 people are eventually going to get caught in a drunk driving accident, even if they're at fault or not at fault. Every 2 in 3 people. That shows that it's done way too often, and also it's way too dangerous to be being done this often. Let's move on to Exhibit B. Exhibit B shows that in 2018, there were 268 fatalities in car accidents that did not include a drunk driver. On the other hand, there were 2,481 fatalities that involved a drunk driver. That shows that drunk driving compared to regular driving is way more dangerous than how it seems. And on top of that, 2,481 were just fatalities. There were way more accidents done that didn't cause this much harm. That shows that it's done way too often, and also it's way too dangerous. Let's move on to Exhibit C, or 3. It's reported that 112 million drunk drivers were reported, and only 1% of it faced arrest for DUI. That shows that too many people are getting away, but they were being caught but not getting arrested for their acts. In my opinion, and also it should happen that those 112 million people that were reported should at least be higher than 50% of them should face arrest. They should not be going scot-free from this crime. Second thing is, people aren't too educated on the topic of drunk driving. They know friends or family or random people that brag about not being caught drunk driving, and it's too easy to do because all you do is go in your car and just drive. And that's why it's being done. It's just too easy, not enough strict laws, and too many people are getting away scot-free. Every other week you'll see a celebrity that gets faced with a charge of DUI, and then the next week you'll see them walking around like a normal person. That one DUI could lead to a life lost. It's way too dangerous for that to be done. Now let's look at ways that we can prevent drunk driving from happening. One way is to make the laws more strict and catch more people and not let too many people go away scot-free. Like I said before, 1% of 112 million people reported drunk driving faced arrest. Those 99% people just got away almost scot-free. Too many lives are lost due to drunk driving, and out of those 99%, how many would do it again just because they didn't get caught? Secondly, the punishments aren't too harsh. like you see a celebrity every other week gets faced with a DUI. You'll see them walking around like a normal person, like the next week. The DUI punishment should be way higher. And secondly, they should inform younger people about the harms, the consequences, and they need to inform how to prevent drunk driving to the younger generation so they don't end up doing the same mistakes as what people are doing right now. And this slide just shows the the four ways of how to prevent drunk driving. Like, just give your keys to another person. Make sure you have a designated driver. Just make plans with the designated driver, and simply just don't drive. And have a friend with you if you know you're gonna get drunk. These are just simple information that the younger generation should get instilled in their mind, so they don't do the same mistakes to harm another life, or in in retrospect, another person doesn't mess up someone else's lives. Like, I would not want to see anyone lose a life to a person who's drunk driving. Now let me just summarize everything up. 29, like I said, 29 people die a day due to drunk driving. 112 million people were reported drunk driving back in 2018, and only 1% of them were faced arrest. That's too many people getting away scot-free. That's too many people doing the act in the first place. And who knows how many people drunk drive and they didn't even get caught or nothing. They just went away scot-free. It's too dangerous that many lives are being lost every day. It's too dangerous for people, 112 million people, that 99% of them got away with it. And then on top of that, children's lives are being lost, adult lives are being lost to this crime. And the only way that I see that it becomes better is if the government makes stricter laws, informs the younger generation, and or they find a way to make it much easier to see a person who's drunk driving, or instill it in a car that doesn't let the drunk driver drive. My name is Rabi Lodi, and I'm a freshman at MTSU. Thank you for listening to my speech. How long was that?